Iowa, and we are here in the ARCA Series, coming to Iowa for the first time in a while. Last time I ran this, I remember the top line was dominant, and it was impossible to pass. So we'll see if that's the case this time. We're number 5. I think we're doing 45 laps, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see if we can put in a decent lap here. Try and get a run. I know it's going to get loose out of the corner if I'm too aggressive on it. A little bit loose there, but that's okay. Line you want to run by yourself, I think, is just the middle. And just try and be nice and smooth. Try and avoid those bumps. That was not a good turn 1 for me, I don't think. We'll see if we can put any sort of lap down here. Iowa's kind of a track I've always struggled with in this car.
One more lap.
206 isn't great. Maybe we can do a better 1 and 2 here. Just run a little bit lower to not hit those bumps, maybe. Yeah. Not really any better. Better 3 and 4. A little bit better 3 and 4. All right. 094. I will take that.
There's the flag, man. It's over.
Moves us up a couple spots. We'll see how much further we dropped, though. Jordan is up on pole right now with a 23.8. I don't know how he's getting those times. He had a 23.7 in practice. No clue where those are coming from. But he's got some speed for sure. Should be fun. It's going to be very, very tough to pass. I know that. This has always been a tough track to pass. You got multi-groove, and the top side can really work well, especially on old tires. So when you get long into a run, you catching, like, you've saved your tires better than the people ahead of you, but you're just never going to be able to pass them because they can just hold the high side and just keep getting the runs out of the corner, and you're going to be too tight on the bottom. Very tough. But we'll see what we can do. I'm happy with that qualifying. We're down to 6th now, which is fine. Car number 5, hopefully we can hang on to a top 10 at least. Yeah, 45 laps. Should be fun. Should be fun. We're going to do, I think we're going to do Iowa instead of Talladega in my Gen 4 league, the Diet Dr. Pepper series. So this will be sort of a little tryout for that. Those cars aren't exactly the same, but they handle pretty similarly to the ARCA cars, the Gen 4s. Just more power. I imagine passing with the Gen 4s is going to be better just because of that added power. You're not going to get as bogged down trying to pass somebody on the bottom. We'll see. It'll be fun. I think the multi-groove will work much better with those, though. I remember one year we ran Iowa in the ARCA series, and it was just strictly top line. Like, everyone was on the top when they were single file. I've never seen it like that before. I don't think it's been like that again, but top line can be very, very powerful. And Jordan says it's not really worth saving. It's probably true. You're not going to be wearing your tires out too much, I don't think. We're still not going to be going like crazy hard on entry, but I think running the top side for a while probably won't hurt us too bad. We'll see where we can go. Try and find us a nice little gap to sit in, possibly. Don't know if we'll be able to do that, but we'll try our best. Looks like Jordan's going to keep the pole, and we're going to keep 6th. So we'll get to see how the outside start's going to be. Problem with turn 1, you'd think you'd go top side to miss those bumps on the bottom, but there's also bumps on the top side a little bit further into the corner that are equally as bad. You got to be very careful in turn 1 here. Very bumpy track, old surface. It's pretty fun. I enjoy this track. I think it'll be fun in the Gen 4s. If we end up going that route, which is looking like we will. I'm running 14-to-1 ratio, 60% bias. I think that's going to be alright. I'm sure we're going to be moving that down to 57 pretty fast.
We put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
We'll see. Should be a nice, fun race. And Jordan just realized he's about to be hit by a storm, so he's wanting the grid to go now. That stinks. Hopefully he can hang on for the whole thing. But I imagine not everyone's going to get onto the grid in time to make it advance. Usually what happens. Turn 1's going to be tricky. We'll probably be 3 wide at some point up here. Hopefully we can survive it. Try and get a good launch and maybe get single file. Fall in behind somebody. I don't know, this is just, it's not usually one of my better tracks, better combos. So I don't know if there's going to be much we're going to be able to do. We will see. Still not all here yet, as I'm trying to shift into first.
You don't get any extra car sets for this race, so let's be smart out there.
There we go. 45 laps though. You know, maybe tires will come into play that long, so I mean we're gonna want to save a little bit. It's probably, I mean, it's not gonna be as much. It's not gonna be as necessary as it would be for like Atlanta or another mile and a half. But I think it will come into play. If we get caught to racing like too wide on the inside of somebody, just unable to make the pass, just stuck there, that's going to really burn up the tires pretty fast. So we'll see. We will see what happens. Could make for some good racing though.
Larry just loves me telling good win before the race starts.
We'll try and get a decent start, as I said. See where we're going to be in turn 3. Might be a first gear start for the fast people. Hopefully we don't get run over. I don't know, I think I'm going to keep it in second. Just try and get a good enough jump. I don't know when Jordan's going to go. He might be going early. Hopefully he goes early, spread us out a bit.
Win, Larry.
We'll try.
I regret this.
Don't know what we're going to have.
Hey, Larry, good win.
No start zones enabled though either, I don't think.
Get ready.
I always forget to look at that, but if I don't notice it, I guess that means it's not there. Because it's pretty obvious when you join and it's enabled.
The pace car is in.
That guy was blinking and that really scared me. But now we have a huge gap to our inside. I think.
Got one outside. Stay low. There's
You cannot see that guy at all up there.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
That is some bad blinking. Haven't seen blinking that bad in a long time. Fall in behind the 10. You might have to run the top. Guy behind me just chastaining it around the corner up there. Dragged the wall the whole way through the corner, and he's also blinking. I don't know what's going on. Looks like the 7 has cleaned it up, maybe. Very strange. I don't know. We're in good shape here though. Everyone around us is blinking like crazy. I don't know what's going on. Try and get it through the corner. Alright, the 7's calmed down. Tin car's been running higher than most everybody around us, or Leaders, anyway.
7.
He's getting good exits. I'm just trying to follow kind of what they're doing up there. They all went high that time, though. I feel like middle's okay right now. We probably have to move up later just to be on pace with everybody else.
Flashing.
Those guys ran top in 3 and 4, and then the bottom in 1 and 2. Gotta be careful crossing that seam as well. It likes to get sideways. Watch the wall down the front stretch. I'm overdriving entry. It's going to be bad later. 10 car really pushing hard right now, though. Nearly got the wall on exit. A little bit loose there. That's probably a good thing. Definitely going to want to move the brake bias back, I think.
The leader just did a 24.289.
At some point. 10 cars entering really high and then turning down to the other line. He's actually getting a really good exit. I don't know if that's best on tires, what he's doing, but it may not matter that much, especially if we're not going to be able to pass him on the inside. But right now he's just quicker, so not really a concern of ours. We are just overdriving one bad. We need to quit. We need to quit doing that. We feel quick right now. We got a gap behind us, but 10 laps, we keep doing that, they're going to be catching us. Jordan's pulling away right now a bit. Okay, that was a much better entry. Much better entry, and we kept up with the 10 that time. 3 and 4 is not as bad. But we did just get loose out of the corner. The entry to 1 is always a little bit trickier than the entry to 3 because you're actually carrying more speed into it. With the curve in the front stretch, it actually makes it longer by a slight amount. So you're actually carrying more speed into the corner.
I thought I had it.
It's like that for the D ovals.
I'm sorry, man. You're blinking so that I couldn't tell where you were at.
Alright, we have a second behind us to the 11 and then 2 seconds to the 2.
I know it wasn't intentional, man.
We're overdriving it again. It already feels way too tight, though. I don't like how this is going to... Probably not going to turn out well for us. Running 6, though, right where we started. Feel like the 2 and the 11 might be able to get up here eventually and get us. We will see. 7, thankfully, has stopped blinking. He's hanging on in front of the 10 pretty well. 10 trying to track him down. I'm running quite a bit lower than I had been right there for some reason.
The leader just did a 24.46.
We're about a 10th. 2 tenths off what Jordan's doing. He's running top now for both corners, I think. I'm not very confident with that line up there. But it might be something we need to do. Figure it out. Or we're going to fall off. 2 cars definitely catching us, but will he be racing the 11? How much will he race the 11? Or how much will the 11 race him? If they hold each other up enough and burn their tires off, they might not ever get up here. We will see. Like we're keeping pace right now. Able to stay ahead of them. Don't need to be doing that though.
Thank you.
But later in this race, I don't know if we're going to be in this position. We might be falling. Got a lap car up ahead. He's holding low. Probably good, because that's where all the leaders are, I think. Now he goes middle, but he doesn't have anybody behind him yet. Just can't keep up with the 10, really. Just not able to get there. I'm entering the corner way too shallow. He's getting much better exits. He and the 7 are kind of just running the same line. Gotta be real careful crossing the seams in 3 and 4. It likes to get sideways. The 2 has passed the 11 fairly easily, and I imagine he's going to start catching us pretty quick. Unfortunately. You need to just try and follow the line that these 2 are running in 1.
The leader did a 24.747.
Oh yeah, that felt fine. It's always a bad habit of mine, making the entry way too shallow. You see I do it kind of right there. If I can at least just follow them, get it turned down. So I'm always afraid if I don't turn it down and get to the bottom, I just will push so bad and tear the tires up. Never be able to get it to the bottom. But it's feeling pretty good right now, actually. 2 cars still catching us, though. And if we start having to race with these guys, he'll be catching us really fast. Big loose. We overdrove it a bit there. I didn't get it as low as I wanted. But that's alright. He keeps it higher in 3 and 4, gets a better exit. We're keeping it higher in 1 and 2 now, but I don't think we're getting a better exit. Just trying to run a little bit higher than we had been, though. A little bit loose.
Go ahead, take it.
Got 1 outside.
Did not have to do that, but thank you.
Clear high, clear high.
Thanks. Was not expecting that. Big thank you to him, though. I don't know if we'll be able to hold him off. He's probably saving a lot better. Now we're up to P5. Now if the 2 catches the 10,
You're up a bit.
we'll have to get around him before we can, or before he can get to us. But the 10 might just let him by, like he did for us right there. Very nice of him.
Alright, we're halfway to the finish.
Halfway, we got about 20 laps to go.
Did a 24.972.
We're running lap times right about the same as the leaders now. They're all running the top, I think, so even though we're up here, probably hurting the tires a bit, I don't think we're hurting them any worse than people around us.
My
Maybe.
right rear is screaming, my bad, TJ.
Though Jordan
We have 20 laps to go at the line.
getting loose, apparently. Seven cars falling off a bit. Don't know if he's going to be an easier pass than the 10. Probably not.
Got 1 outside.
Was not expecting to get to his inside there.
Clear high, outside.
Yeah, he's not going to be an easy pass to make.
Stay low, there's a car on the high
He
side.
gets a bit loose there.
Stay low.
Oh, they are wrecking for the lead.
Go ahead. Go high.
Okay,
All clear, all clear. You're in 4th place.
you're now in 4th. We just gained 2 spots, actually. Into 3 wide with a lap car almost.
Stay low, there's a car on
Sorry.
the high side. Still there. All clear, all clear.
Well, that was crazy. Did not expect to see that. Helps us out, though.
You're in third place.
You're now in P3. Knocking on the door for the 7 car. So I don't think we'll ever be able to get around him if he just holds the high
Sorry,
line.
it's my fault. I jinxed you.
'19 here has some damage. The 10 and the 2 have caught us,
Got
though.
one outside.
So this is still a race,
Still there. Hold your line.
obviously.
All
Lap
clear,
cars
all
are making
clear.
it interesting. And they're getting into each other behind us.
Okay, 20.
The leader just did a 25.134.
If we just get around the 7, we'd probably be able to pull away. But I don't think it's going to be so hard.
You got one outside.
We're loose.
All clear, all clear. Outside. All clear, all clear.
He's not giving a lot of room, though.
Stay low.
Actually pull even with him a bit.
All clear, all clear. You got one outside.
No turn. This is how you kill tires. That's how you kill tires. Let's go ahead and move the brakes back.
Stay low.
Can you somehow make this pass?
Still there. Still there. Hold your line.
Almost got it right there.
You're in second. You're clear high. Clear high.
Alright, now we can slide up. Hopefully he won't just run into the back of us. He actually gets the wall, so that helps. And our tires should be good enough we can pull away. Perhaps. That worked out. Now, the 2 can fight with him for the rest of the race, and hopefully we'll be able to pull away. Alright, that was good racing. Glad we got that pass made. He wasn't making it easy, he was fighting hard, but
That's it. 20 wreck lead lap cars.
that's fine.
We have 10 to go this time.
We got it done. And it was all clean, good hard racing. Actually catching Jordan a bit. But definitely don't have enough time to get to him. We're 10 laps left. I don't know. I doubt we have enough time if he goes mistake-free. 7 still ahead of the 2. That's the best news for us. I think the 2 is faster than all of us. Just making the passes, that's going to make it very hard for him, but he actually just got around him there as he dove it in very deep, but now he's got the outside. Probably able to pull away now. Just going to try and keep my high entry. Get a nice smooth exit. The 2 is diving it in extremely deep on entry. And he's making it work. I think if he gets here, we just don't fight him. That's just going to lose us both time. And I don't want to get back side by side with the 7 after making that pass.
Slow car down low.
Slow car down low. Oh my gosh. 17 just turned it straight to the right down the straightaway, right in front of the leaders. Interesting to see that. That makes us have a horrible entry into 3.
You got one inside. Stay high. Stay high.
He'll get by us here. We'll just fall in behind
Still
him.
there. Clear
He's got so much more speed than we do. I just need to try and stay ahead of the 7 if I can. Plus, we're doing way better than we were after passing the 7 and the leaders wrecking, so... No sense fighting really hard with the 2 and potentially getting wrecked or anything like that. Not that he's would do that, but I have no idea. I just don't want to risk it. When we can ride behind him and maybe stay ahead of the 7. And hold on to a P3, my favorite position. Two is hard charging though. He's gonna try and have something for Jordan. It's just, I think, gonna be a little too few laps left for him to be able to get anything done.
The leader just did a 25.279.
And we're doing pretty much the same lap times as he is. The 2's much quicker. It's just not gonna have enough laps left, I don't think. And we're dragging the wall. That's a good way to lose a spot. Alright, we're okay. We actually stayed the exact same with the 7, so maybe he followed us into it. Could never get it off the dang wall. Let's just be nice and safe about this. We got a nice gap. No reason to get crazy with it.
Alright, man. White flag at the line.
We were never going to hold off the 2. I mean, he basically passed us anyway, cleanly. I let off a little bit, but had I not, I would have just been prolonging the inevitable, using up more of my tire, and potentially losing a bunch of time. We'll come around and get a 0x P3. I'd rather finish P3 anyway. It's my favorite spot to finish in the world, besides winning. And there we go. Good win.
There's the check.
Good win to Jordan.
I don't think I deserve that one, but
Great job, driver.
Good race
take it.
overall.
the jinx worked.
And
I jinxed
yeah,
Larry, dude. I feel so bad now.
happy with that one. That turned out pretty dang good for us. And great job to Jordan as well. So we will take a look at the incidents, and there was some. That's for sure. There were some incidents out there. Iowa, under the lights. So I don't know what was going on here. First of all, I don't know. I thought we had a Terry Labonte paint scheme on our inside, and that's what was really throwing me. I guess the front end of the 7's yellow, and maybe that's what I was looking at. But as soon as we take the green, his connection, like, explodes. And that makes the 7 back off. Not the 7, the 11 back off, and we are able to get in line. And, like, I think we're going, but I can't really see. The 10's not going. The 7's gone. And then the people behind me started blinking while the 7 was just in some other dimension. Like, you can't even see him. You just see sparks all over the track where he is. Thankfully, that settled down for him, and we were able to have a nice, fun race. Oh. Lap 1, 20 cars getting a tap in the rear by the 2. Two just runs through them. See, and that's why when really fast, low-number people are coming up from the back of the field, that's why I don't fight them, because we're just going to wind up getting wrecked. Like, why put myself in that position when I could just get P3? I mean, maybe that's what they want you to think, so that's why they wreck everybody in front of them. So you'll just move over. I don't know. No sense having my race ruined, though. 19 and the 11 come together a bit. These guys are all blinking all over the place. That guy gets loose, and then very strange netcode there with the guy that was blinking. It somehow spins the 19 left on the front end. That was very strange. He tapped the guy in the right rear, and somehow that spun his car left. Very odd. 14, kind of getting loose on entry, and then the 17 comes flying in. 17 doesn't really overdrove that. The 14 just kind of changes lanes. I don't think he thought the 17 was going to quite be there. You'll have to see what the 17 was doing on the backstretch while we were coming by. I don't know what was going on there. Everyone's just blinking out. What are the pings? Are they going to show up? 2 cars quality is 22. 9 cars 275 ping. I don't know. Other people have left already. Look at this like 10 feet of net code hitting the wall and he blinking out all over the place. Whoa. The 4 car comes up into Jordan a bit, makes some contact. They don't spin though. More blinking. Everyone's blinking out. And just wrecking himself. And the 4 car. Going 3 wide and pushing up 4 lanes. Then the 15 diving it in. The 8 car's trying to make the corner. Does the 8 car come down at all? I don't know. That was right after that front stretch wreck. Yeah, the 18 kind of turns down, but the 16 was pretty high still. But I guess that's the line you want to run. But I don't know if you can really justify doing it if you got a guy on your outside. Then we passed the 7, and thankfully he doesn't get a run on us. He was blinking so bad he looked like he was dragging the wall behind us in the rearview mirror, but you see the big net code there. So even though his blinking settled down, his connection wasn't great still. We were able to stay ahead of him. 11 car actually gets the wall there. And then 22 drives through the 17. And then 22 just turns left. And then what is the 17 doing here? Does he just gas it up? Yeah, he like downshifts or something and that spins him up into the fence. So I guess he didn't mean to, and he kept it up there, so I mean that's still scary to see in front of us. Eight car and 12, nothing's happening. Wrecks the 4 some more. And I don't know what we're seeing there. More blinking, and that's it. So I am happy with a P3 0X. Pretty big mess in some parts of that race, but it worked out. Good win to Jordan. And I'll always take a 3rd place, you know that.